the situation here. They had gone last. Okay, Tolgar, so you were paralyzed last round. You get another Constitution save, DC 13, to try to shrug it off.
Yeah. Yes.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I actually forgot to give Kyla those saving throws for the last couple of rounds. So technically, Kyla may or may not have passed and may just be faking being paralyzed. So that's the thing. But anyway, so
Smooth.
Let's have it. Constitution save, 13 or higher.
13 or higher?
Yeah, come on, it's Tolgar. Shit.
Come on, Jane.
Yes.
21. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yes!
Okay, so you are able to shrug that off this turn. Okay, so you're on the ground. You just shook off the effects of poison and paralyzation. What do you want to do? Remember, standing up basically is a move action. So if you want to stand up, that's your move.
That's my whole move.
Yep.
Okay.
But you can still whack things if you wish.
I don't want to stand up yet. I just want to lie on the ground and end my rage.
End your rage?
End my rage.
Okay, alright. Theo! You're up, buddy.
Okay, let's see how this goes here.
Already I'm excited. Just that alone makes me excited to hear.
Alright, so I am going to ever so gracefully fly over to the boat.
Okay.
And I'm going to land softly on the boat.
Softly.
So I am now safely on the boat. I am going to cast... Let me pull it up here before I do it. Should have pulled this up beforehand. I'm going to cast Wall of Force.
Oh, are you?
And I'm going to do so in a 10-foot radius in a sphere around Tolgar.
Okay, so you are aware that ends your flight, right?
Which is why I landed ever so softly, featherly on the boat.
Okay,
yes.
yeah, you know, the two concentration skills don't...
Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, so you want to do a Wall of Force, huh?
Correct. In a spherical shape.
All
basically trapping all of them inside of it. Except for Emlyn and Kyla.
Alright, so a 10-foot... radius. Alright, let's see how that works.
And if people are halfway in it, I have the option to choose which side of the wall they are on.
Alright, okay, so I'd say you got 3 of them halfway in it. This one's going to be ejected. You've got 3 halfway in. You want him in or out?
Oh, why would he be ejected?
Because he was less than halfway in. He was barely in. So what does it say? Let me see. Let's see what it says.
Yeah.
Hang on. Let me read it.
They were also shifted at the beginning of combat for some reason.
It did get shifted.
Oh, he got shifted?
Yeah, when
I moved him because I was trying to make it. I was trying to make Emlyn. Okay, you know what? Yeah, forget it. I'll put him in. I moved him so I could see Tolgar. You are correct.
Okay.
Do you want them all in?
I want them all in. That guy's for sure is in, right?
It's a 10-foot
radius. Hang on a second.
10-foot radius.
Let me move it so that it's a map layer. All right. Okay. All right. So all 4 of them are inside the Wall of Force.
Would this guy not be in it too?
I would say the top one would not be in it. Pretty assertively, because he's barely touching the edge of the Wall of Force. If you centered it on Tolgar...
It's like missing a third there.
Yeah, centering on Tolgar would...
hang on,
sure
take yours away so I can measure. From Tolgar's head...
I mean, he's in it.
I would say... Okay, yeah, I would say he is in it. So let me increase the radius on that thing. Honestly, because I centered it on where I thought was Tolgar, but in fairness, that is not actually the center, because Tolgar's not in the center of a square. So let me fix that. Hold on.
It's also not quite 20 feet across.
No, I'm going to rectify that. There you go. Okay. We put Tolgar in the center. So yeah. Okay, so you want him in as well.
Yep. And
Okay.
as I cast it, I'm going to yell, Tolga! I need you to listen very carefully. You need to be as violently still as possible. And then fully with conch and cast the spell.
Okay. All right. Kyla.
I'm going to try and not be paralyzed.
Right. DC 13.
Ooh, it's not going to be an easy one. Okay.
You got this.
Con save -2. Here we go.
You got it, dude.
Just need a good roll, which you don't
No.
have. Okay. But that's okay. Emlyn.
Yeah, I got it rolled as well. Con save, right?
Yep, 13.
Ah!
No, you're
Oh.
paralyzed
Oh
as
my
well. Okay.
Uh-huh.
It's funny, because you rolled so much lower than me, but we tied.
Yeah, I actually have.
It really doesn't matter much.
Proficiency
Weight.
in
Okay. All right. So it is their turn. So this one takes the goggles and slinks into the water with them.
No!
All right. Tolgar.
All right, so I'm on my back. I hear Thelonious scream that, so I think to myself, "This is what you've been practicing, Tolgar." And I lie there like a statue.
Okay. Thelonious.
I'm gonna look at the other two, still lying on the ground, and just say, "What are you waiting for? Get up! Come on! I've created this holy rule so you can escape. I need you to ride to get up, please. Hurry!" And I'm gonna hold my action, for them to get up.
All right. Kyla. DC 13.
Here it comes. That's the ticket.
That's not it. All right, Emlyn.
Yeah, please? Maybe?
Do your best.
Oh my god.
All right.
Do my
Okay.
best. All right.
Wait, what?
Their turn. Basically, they begin to smash as best they can at the sides to no avail. All right, from the woods, a strange-looking individual with
what?
twisted horns upon his head and a long, almost demonic-looking tail has emerged.
Ooh. Wait, well...
Now we got another goat.
Yes, he emerges from the trees. There he is. Look at that for chat.
God.
All right, okay. As he steps out, he proclaims loudly, "You will unhand my creatures, or I will unhinge your head from your shoulders."
Papa?
Was he talking to anyone in particular?
Not really, because he doesn't necessarily know who it is that's responsible for holding all of his creatures at bay.
Okay, well, then I'll look over to him. Oh, you there! You're the keeper of these lobsters that attacked me and my crew for no reason.
Right, he looks at you on the boat and says, "Oh, 'twas not for no reason. You have things that we covet. Give them to us, and you may continue safely upon your way."
Well, we covet them too. Why do you get them over what we covet them as well? So, find us keepers.
I agree. And, seeing as you have decided to imprison my minions inside a circle with one of your friends, I will have them rip him limb from limb, and it shall be your doing.
Well, let's not be too hasty here. What exactly are you looking for? I'm sure we could come to some sort of arrangement.
They are drawn to items that possess the radiance of magic, and they are destined to bring them to me. One of them, I believe, has already acquired something, but clearly there is more that they wish to lay their claws upon. Give me those things, and you may all pass unhindered. We do not wish you to die, just merely to provide us with the things that we require.
Can I see if he's telling the truth? Or do I get the sense he's not?
Not really. I mean, this is more of a judgment call.
All right. So you are trying to take away the items that we just recently got. Okay, fine.
Okay, so back up to that. Tolgar. Statue. Okay, Theo. You just continue to waffle on with this dude?
Yes, you can have them. I don't care at this point. Please, just take them. Be done. But only if you let my friends go free. That of course was your deal, yes?
Oh, absolutely. So just furnish me with these items that we are sensing, and I will instruct my minions to leave you alone.
Well, do you mean every item of magical prowess that we have on us?
Well, of course. Why would I leave you with any of them?
Well, we need some of it to survive out here. I mean, they are our things.
But, Pertins, what specifically do you wish to maintain ownership of?
How about this? We've come across a couple items. Let's see if we can perhaps make a bargain here. We have a wonderful, beautiful ring. We have the goggles, which you have taken already as well, and
yes.
Well,
incidentally, what do those goggles do?
They show you the way to other magical items on this planet. They're like a stick that shows you treasure. They're very, very wonderful.
Well, what an amazing coincidence that we should acquire such items.
Yes. So how about I'll give you those two things, and we call it
two things. So the ring. What does the ring do?
Ring opens up a door to a dimension that you can travel through to come out of another door in the same dimension. It's like
Isn't that kind of pointless?
Well, then, so you don't want it then, is what you're saying.
No.
So we can keep it if you don't.
But there are other items. I'm just curious to know what they are. So perhaps I might like to acquire a different bargain. All right. So Kyla and Emlyn, give me a save.
I don't like it.
Hey!
Yeah,
I'm down.
For Kyla. Still fast asleep.
You're up?
Yeah,
oh,
I'm
I
up.
see it.
Oh, Emlyn's passed. Okay, so Emlyn, you finally have shrugged off your paralysis.
Okay, so while this is happening...
Now, bearing in mind, there's a whole bunch of trees between you and him. So you can hear his wafflings, but you don't actually see the individual.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my move action to stand up.
Okay.
And my action to take out my book. And I would say, "Oh, I got something even better than all of what that old man is spouting. Just can I approach? I can't see you, trees."
All right. So you hear, who is this? Who is it? Who speaks now?
Well, who are you?
I am Ortigius. Ortigius Thenus. Procurer of magical items.
Well, have I got a doozy for you? Can I approach?
You may. I have no fear. I fully believe that should our arcane talents be put to the test, I would incinerate you to little more than a pile of dust.
I'd rather you not.
Yes, make yourself seen. Come forth. What is your name?
I'm gonna walk through the woods.
Okay.
Holding my spell book aloft.
All right. As you get close, you see him hold up his wooden staff and point it at you in an aggressive fashion.
My name is Emlyn, and this is a very powerful.
You are one of the bloodline, such as myself.
hence this encounter. I'm gonna glance back to Thelonious on the boat and shrug a little bit.
Is he gonna give a thumbs up?
This is a very powerful book acquired by some very powerful people in and around Corthan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Then why, perhaps, is it that my creatures did not covet it from you?
Well, I was attacked. You see the cut on my foot?
So they were trying to claim it. Ooh, interesting.
Yes.
And this book, what's it do? Is it a book of arcane arts?
Well, yes, but of a much more diabolical purpose.
Oh, really? Oh, you do indeed entice, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, that sounds delicious. Perhaps you should bring it closer so I can see it.
So I'm gonna hold it like you would a loft, like on a velvet pillow, although I don't have a velvet pillow, and just kind of approach with my hands outstretched for him to actually look and take if he reaches for it.
Okay, so the creatures are still trying to break out of the wall of force with little to no success. I'm trusting Tulgar, you are still being a still blob in the middle of the...
A stoic Greek god.
Okay. Thelonious, do you wish to do anything, or are you just regaled at the current situation?
Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting in case anything pops off, you know?
Alright, Kyla, chuck another dice.
Okay.
Please. Come on, Kyla.
Chuck the dice,
Come
Kyla.
on, Kyla.
It's not gonna happen. I can't do it.
14! There! You shrugged it off finally!
Yes.
Of course, another couple of rounds and it would have gone anyway, but, you know, hey, at least you beat it to the punch. Okay. So, the book that you're talking about, are you talking about the book to Azamiathon?
The book, yes.
Okay. You see him like, oh, yes, bring it to me, bring it to me.
I hand it over.
Right, he takes it and begins to flip over the pages. He would use, this is gobbledygook, I understand none of it.
No, see, therein lies the dark magic of said tome. It whispers, it begins with whispers. It's how I first came in contact with it. It was gifted to my father. He was a part of a group in Corthan, the Azure Hand. You might have heard of it, maybe not, but it started with whispers and drew me in. And then when I tried to read the gobbledygook, it began to make sense to me. And to this day, it still is unveiling things for me to do. So it might look like nothing, but it is. I mean, if you can maybe detect its magical power, you will see that it is in fact magical.
I see. Yes, I will peruse the book a little. So we have some goggles and this book, and there were some other items. I suppose you want to keep those, do you?
Trust me, this book will do it all.
Well, I only have your word for that, don't I? I can't actually read it. Perhaps this book is little more than a glorified book of fairy tales.
You want a demonstration? I could show you the power that this book has imbued in me.
Maybe.
Nothing violent, of course. I will bring about darkness to the north of me, so you could not see through it.
Simple magics. I can do all those things. How do I know that the book bestowed those upon you? And how do I know the book can bestow things upon me that I cannot already do?
Well, what can you do?
Well, I can call forth the breath of a dragon from my mouth. I can see the future. I can create rigor mortis in monsters of vile and horrible form. I can create doors of dimension, which your friend seems to offer me with this mere trinket, but little does he know that I can do all of these things myself. I can drain the very life from a living creature and instill the life force upon myself. I can take to the winds and fly.
I could do the the draining of life. I could dominate not monsters but people. I dominated Tolgar over there in that pit of wall with your crustacean friends.
How do you think I've managed to enslave all these interesting little creatures? These Chull, they are mine, all mine. They have a natural sense to find and seek magic and radiance of magic, and they're the ones that I use to patrol the river, and anybody that should travel up or down possessing anything of a magical nature, they attack and bring them to me. I have a hoard of proverbial items of the magical inclinations.
Well, and you were attacking us while we're traveling downriver. Why not just the towns? They're full of magical items as well.
But that's just it. They're not, you see. It's most of these common folk have little understanding of magic. No. Magic is usually in the hands of more worldly folk, the sort that travel the rivers and travel the roads. And unfortunately, my creatures are more at home in the river than the roads, therefore, this is the prime place for me to lay in wait.
And you lay in wait here frequently?
Here, other areas of the river, places of opportune position.
And maybe a few months ago you came upon another of his ilk, and I'm going to point behind me to Thelonious.
Well, I wouldn't know, to be honest. We have only been here these last couple of weeks.
So no other wizard has come through here? I mean, obviously...
I do not know of a wizard, but I have acquired several items from would-be merchants that were stupid enough not to realize what it was that they possessed.
So why are you working against us? We should be working together. We're of the same bloodline after all. I mean, come on.
Oh, that's neither here nor there. Then I'd have to share things with you, wouldn't I? But I'm not so foolish as to realize that there are several of you, and at least 2 of you have arcane ability. And I do have indeed some magical goggles and this book. So perhaps we should call that fair bargain, and your friend should allow my creatures to run free, and we should promise to harm you no more. I am a man of my word. You don't have to worry about that.
And how do I know you're a man of our
Well,
of your word?
From one of the bloodline to another.
You just said that didn't matter. I mean, I would like to believe you.
No, it didn't matter in the past tense, but in the current tense it very much matters. When it comes to giving a word from one tiefling to another, of course, this is something that is sacred to our kind, is it not? Oh, yes.
So I'm just gonna... Can I do an insight? I mean... I'm not buying this bull.
If you're not buying it, do you need an insight check? I mean...
True. I guess that's true.
I'm up, and I've been listening to this conversation. Sure. I kind of want to have kind of gotten up and like kind of snuck up and taken a peek at the situation from behind the trees here.
All right, yeah, that's fair. Move yourself up.
And then like, I don't know, I kind of want to detour across the other way and just be behind him. But I don't know if he'd know I did that, because I don't know enough about detour in 5e.
Well, Dungeon Master, is that a thing?
What,
is it a silent like teleport?
Is what? Dimension door? Dimension door makes no noise.
Oh, that's ideal. Does it make a big show of lights?
No, you step through an invisible portal and re-emerge out of nothingness on the other side. There's no big, like, grand entrance or...
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty subtle.
Okay.
So you want to use your ring, basically, right?
I would use my ring to just pop up in the woods, like, across from him, kind of
over here?
A little far back so I can sneak back up and get a good hiding spot.
Do it. That's the thing.
Woo.
All right, okay, so you disappear and re-emerge. The creatures are still going crazy, trying to smash out of the dimension door to little to no avail.
So as that's happening, I'm just gonna say, how about my friend first gets out of the thing before we get rid of it.
How do you propose to do that? Wouldn't it be better just to remove it altogether? And my friends and your friend can all depart. Do you hear that? Do you hear that, wizard?
Yes,
we
actually,
have struck an accord. You're to lower your wall of force, and your friend that apparently is in the center of it, and my chulls are to disperse. And the accord is that we will keep the goggles and this fine book that this honorable tiefling has offered up as tribute, and you shall all go safely upon your way.
Yes, is there any way we could get our friend in the middle of that scrum out first?
Oh, why would you need to get him out first? Just lower the wall. My creatures will disperse into the water and mean him or you no harm. I understand how these spells work. Just cancel the wall. My creatures will scatter, and he will be left unharmed and unhinged in the middle. You have my word. After all, I acknowledge the fact that there are at least 2 of you that are of the arcane arts. While I prize my own arcane abilities, you do possibly...
This looks like the perfect
present
moment.
some form of ominous threat. So I'm willing to edge our bets, as it were.
So, halfway through that monologue, I'd like to have shot him with a hand dart thing to possibly paralyze him.
Okay, so when you say a hand dart, you mean that like little hand
poison
crossbow?
Yeah, the poison hand crossbow.
Oh,
Because if I
right.
paralyze him, he's screwed.
Okay, you are shooting at him with disadvantage, so please try.
Disadvantage?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Not really. He wasn't stupid enough to step out into the open without covering his proverbial ass.
So it wouldn't count as surprise or anything either?
Well, the 2 would counteract, so basically your advantage would be counteracted by his disadvantage, so you would roll as per normal.
Okay. So I need to put in the hand crossbow stats really quick.
Oh.
It's 1d4. And then I get the +2 bonus to hit because it's a ranged weapon.
Yes, indeed.
You're seeing...
Make it count.
Should have done this a while ago. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
We're all kind of flying by the seat. of our
These
pants.
things, yeah, this is a very improv situation. It's like,
Yeah,
we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Okay, so if I attack him, it still would get the thing. Okay.
If
Here we
you
go.
hit, there's still plenty of plenty of bonuses going to your way. That
19?
will do it, my friend. So you plug him for
Still.
7.
Okay. And then he gets the poison dart effect, which you
So
know better.
basically, that is a DC 15 save. And
Well,
here we go. Come on now. It is a fail.
yeah.
All right, so he is basically now knocked unconscious for the round, and you get the bonus damage as well, right?
Yeah. Let me roll
So
that.
give him that.
It's just 2d6 here for this, right?
Yep.
2d6.
So you plugged in for 7. Oh, and another 11 on top. 18
Ooh,
points.
wow.
All right, okay, so out of nowhere, a small crossbow bolt, little more than this, than basically 7 to 8 inches long, flies from the trees. You see him go like, "Ugh! What was that?" And slumps forward and hits the ground, dirt first.
It was the ring you did not want, old fool.
So, I'm going to spring into action?
Okay.
And by spring, I mean casually walk up to him.
You're like maybe 3 feet from the guy.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna start immediately rummaging through my backpack for the rope that I definitely still have.
Okay.
And immediately start tying him up, like trying my best, and I'm gonna say, Kyla, come out. I'm not as good at this as you. Please help me.
Come out now, Kyla, come out
Be
now.
running out, basically patting him down, taking any magical, anything that looks magical that might be on his possession, just away from him, like the staff thing. Pat him down.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
Just
So you
getting it
basically
away.
kick his staff clear from him.
He can teleport.
Oh, that's right. Should we just kill him?
Well, before you do that, maybe we should find out where his stash is.
I could maybe find his tracks. It's a little safer altogether.
What if he used magic to cover them? I would really like to find the things he was talking about.
What are the things in the Wall of Force doing with him out?
Still
of
trying to break out at this point.
Okay.
I mean, the Wall of Force lasts for 10 minutes, so they physically can't get out of it, so they're going to just try for 10 minutes.
Okay, so I with this happening, I'm going to Eldritch Blast him a couple of times.
So are you guys basically killing him?
Yeah.
Oh, then
Yeah.
he's dead.
Yeah, we're just
I'm
gonna
not
kill
going to
him.
worry about it any beyond that. He's unconscious, unable to defend himself. If you guys wish to make him deceased, that's not really a problem.
A little help over here.
We can't really do... Because he's trapped in there with them, and if we let him out, they come out.
Toss me your ring.
It doesn't... I can't do it again.
Oh,
Can somebody get in there and get back out?
I used mine to get you off the boat, remember?
Right.
it's actually quite peaceful from down here. If I squint my eyes, the claws look like dandelions.
Alright.
I'm going to help Kyla loot the body, take my book back.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does he have anything on him, really? I mean...
So basically, he has like a handful of berries in a pouch. He has a wooden staff. Other than that, he has a larger like leather pouch hanging off of his right side that has what appears to be quite a large handful of grains, several plants and herbs of different sorts, and that's about it.
Gonna take those items, I guess.
Okay.
Kyla, I mean, you can take one of them you want. I mean...
Yeah, no, I mean, it's...
Feel free to take several of the grains of wheat if that's what you want.
Yeah. The leather pouch is nice.
Well, maybe it's magical grains.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, like a beanstalk grain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
so...
Climb up
I'm
to
gonna-
a giant and get yourself a goose egg or
Well,
something.
I'm gonna take those things and approach the Wall of Force and kind of hold the items up to see if the tentacles follow them, actually. If that will work through the Wall of Force.
Well, technically the Wall of Force itself is radiating magic, so they probably couldn't sense anything on the opposite side of it.
Okay, so with that, I'm just gonna say, Thelonious, is this a full circle, like a sphere, like your hut thing?
Yes, it is 360 degrees of magic.
Like 10 foot tall, doesn't have a roof, but it is like a wall all the way around.
So what if we take a rope and throw it over the wall? Can he then climb up and over?
Theoretically, yes, he could.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the rope and toss it over the top of the wall.
Okay. Alright.
Reach through the dandelions and take that, Tolgar.
I'm gonna slowly start lifting my arm up to see if they react at all.
They really don't. They don't care about you. They're more interested in escaping at this point.
Nice. Then I'm going to
gonna
take the rope.
help
Yes,
with
help
the
me.
rope.
Please.
Please help me. You're stronger than me.
Yeah.
So we're going to be the anchor to Tolgar as the wall climbs, I guess.
Okay,
right?
yeah, which he
Yeah,
can do
yeah, yeah.
easily over 10 foot. Hell, he could probably jump up, grab the top, and pull himself over if he meant to.
Well, this is easy. This is more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanna...
Okay, so, so
Rock
Tolgar's wall climbing and dropping down on the other side, okay?
Oh,
Let's get out of here.
Do we want to check for any tracks, or... No, I'll just...
Yes,
Give
yes,
me a
yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna see if I can make sense of where he actually came from.
Alright, give me a survival skill roll then.
Okay. There it is.
are we not killing these things?
Woomph, there it is. Oh!
There it is.
That's a way to start.
Let's go.
Natural 20.
Let's get that tasty loot.
All right. Neo, there's Dacian, and Kelvin. You win stuff because he did things.
You voted on me. Weird.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
don't like that.
All right. Okay. You can indeed
Wanted.
see tracks that leave from there that head northeast into the forest.
Okay, I'm going to basically just point in that heading like he came from that way. Stuff probably there.
Won't these tools or things follow us?
Yes, we'll have quite a good head start if we leave immediately.
Maybe.
What about the boats? Do we just let it go?
So at this point, yeah, the boat captain has been like, wouldn't it be a smart idea for all of us to clamber up on the a boat and get out of here? And of course, unless you're quite content to wander off into the woods, then I'll take the boat and head back.
Well,
You're coming with us.
seeing as we've just saved your life, you're welcome, by the way. I believe it would be a nice favor for you to repay us by sitting and waiting for our return.
Wait, Terrence.
But
How-
there's things inside that magic circle. What happens when they get loose? And I'm left here all by me lonesome.
Terrence, how far is Mindenbrook from where we are?
Oh,
By
what?
boats.
At least a couple of days, I reckon.
Ugh. So what if you travel a day south and wait for us, and we reconnect with you?
Sure, that seems like a fair thing to do.
He's not
my
going to do
goodness.
that.
Yeah, okay, what are you talking about, Evelyn? He's not going to do that.
Absolutely, I'll just travel a day
just-
down the river and I'll
We just
be waiting
saved his
for you.
life. Why would we grab
Here's
it?
what's going to actually
That's what I
happen.
said.
Terrence is going to come with us, so we can keep an eye on him.
And what about my boat?
It's going to sit there in the water. like
And
it's
someone
supposed to do.
will steal it, or some violent creatures will capsize it, and then we'll
Wait.
have nothing.
Togar, there is a very problem with that. If we leave the boat here, these creatures might be still here, when we
Is the
return.
boat magical?
But we would be. We'd literally be walking right
Well-
back to them.
Why don't we just get back up on the ledge there, or someone hold me up? I'll just shoot
Let's
these
just kill
things.
'em.
They'll die, and then we are fine.
Oh, yes. Thelonious, let me just blast them away in the circle before they dissipate.
I will say this, Theo. 10 minutes is probably getting close to being up since you cast it.
Blast him!
Just fireball. We'll stand back.
I don't like it how you always make me do things that I don't always want to do. Just throwing that out there. Yes, I get it. I understand. Thelonious will solve all problems as always. I understand. All right. All right. I will come over to this side. Tolga, would you mind assisting me? Because I feel as soon as I perhaps get into the water, one of these things is going to come back after me.
You want me to help you cast the spell?
No, I want you to protect me.
Like this?
Like protection. Look, we don't have much time, Tolga, please.
Why don't you just cast it from the boat?
How am I? What?
They can't
To go
see in
through-
there from the boat. He's the wall is 10
No.
foot tall, and he's lower than that.
Yes, I need
I
to
thought it was
elevate
invisible.
He needs to kind of get up
My bad.
above
Okay,
the elevation. He's not flying, remember?
that's right. All right.
He's
Yes,
still flying.
Tolga,
though.
maybe you could grab me and do a jump across. Would that be fun?
Yeah, that'll be fun. Come on.
Don't tell the elf.
I do that, I guess.
So you want to try to hurl him?
No. No, he's gingerly taking me into his arms and leaping to the shore.
Like holding you like a little baby and jumping. Trying to
Correct.
make that. Okay. Tolgar.
10-foot leap off of a
That's a
rickety
10-foot
boat while
leap,
holding
man.
a man.
So
jeez.
you're definitely gonna need to make a fairly decent athletics check on that one.
I can do that. I can do that.
It's ridiculous.
That's 19.
17's pretty good. Okay, so you manage to leap off the boat, pushing it behind you. You barely make it to the shore, and probably stumble and almost drop Thelonious, but you
Okay.
don't quite
gotcha.
drop him. So you do
Alright.
just about make it to the shore. With a loud splash as your back foot plunges into the water.
Thank you, Tolga. That was quite a good jump on your part. All right. I'm going to walk over here, and Tolga, would you mind again, please? Come over here.
Skippy!
What? now?
Thank you. Would you mind giving me a boost up into the tree here so I have a bit of leverage?
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright, so you're
course.
getting Tolgar to pretty much lift you up into the branches so you can get a vantage point.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, fine.
Okay. So then I'll be up here. I'll turn around.
Alright, so you've got kind of like a downwards angle into the wall of force.
So I'm going to look down at Emlyn again. So you want me to just waste my spells dispatching
Yes.
these?
Yes.
All right.
I'm gonna walk next to Kyla and give her a little nudge.
I cannot wait until you guys all die because I'm out of spells. I cannot wait for that, to be honest. No, you know what I'm going to do? Oh, no, I can't break the concentration. Okay, then I'm going to cast a level 4 fireball
Okay.
into the middle there.
Alright, that'll do 39 points of fire damage to anything that does not succeed in a DC 15 Dex save. Alright, okay. Which is an even D20 for these things. So we've got, let's see. I'm going to move them slightly so I can count them easier.
There's 5 of them left, yeah.
Alright, okay, so we'll start here and we'll go clockwise round, okay? So the first one, the green one. That's a fail. The next one. That's a pass.
That was close.
Alright, so the first one, that's the one that Emlyn was fighting. So he takes the full 39. He is destroyed. You've killed that one. So let me go ahead and ridicule him with some death. This guy...
Interesting way to put that. I like it.
Yeah, ridicule him with some death. This one is the one that was being fought earlier. He passed. So he is only taking... Okay. Alright, this one. Let's see how he does.
Hey, since they're lobsters, do they scream when they get cooked like that?
He fails as well. So,
Oh, it's so sad.
Well, I'm evil. What do you want?
yeah, he wants pain and anguish. Okay, so he fails. Next one. He is... oh, he passed. Okay, so he's only taking half of that. And then the last one... also fails. Okay, so you killed one of them. And that's all. The others, just for your benefit, scream and sizzle inside the incineration chamber. Seeing as you pretty much have just like created a burning pile of fire in the center here. But only one of them was actually destroyed by that.
I'm gonna just look over at
Well,
Emlyn
you've really
and
done.
Kyla.
You've pissed off a lot of them. But one of them is now deceased.
I mean,
This looks too fun not to have some part in.
Yes, any assistance would be quite useful and helpful. Thank you. I believe I got the ball started. Hmm?
Yeah, I'm gonna try climbing up there and shooting down at him.
All right, pick a target.
This one, because I have a thing against him.
That one, okay.
And then just 2 attacks, right?
Yes.
Just longbow shooting. Here it goes.
Hit for 13 on that one. Okay.
And then again.
Nice.
And again for 7. Okay. All right.
We're just gonna sit here and take pot shots at these things until they're dead. Yeah?
Well, that spell isn't going to be lasting much longer.
Yeah.
So we need to keep this up.
So I'd be assisting that as well, to lessen their ranks as much as possible.
Okay, so you're going to spend a round climbing up a tree as well?
Yep.
Alright, okay. Tolgar, are you just...
I am sitting by a tree, trying to sharpen my axe.
On the tree.
Alright. Okay, so you have 2 more rounds, basically, before that spell is gone. Alright, Theo. What do you want to do?
I mean, not what I want to do, I guess.
I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. The other 4 look... They're not particularly badly hurt at all at this point.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm afraid of. I guess another fireball in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Just a level 3 though.
All right. Dump it.
Oh, for my last one, was that enough damage rolled since it was level 4?
I don't know. You rolled, I believe, 8d6.
Yeah, it's 8d6 damage.
So it should be right.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't change anything because I think this is just the same if I cast it again, right?
But well, if you cast it at level 3, that would be 8d6. Yeah.
Right, but I'm just saying
Yeah,
for the macro, it's the same. I just hit cast spell.
Yeah, but if you actually cast it at higher levels, you need to increase the dice number rolled, right?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Is I don't think I increased it when I did it at level 4 last time. I don't think.
Yeah, there's no.
I just hit cast spell.
Right. So what is the increase per level?
1d6.
So you need an extra 1d6 then.
Okay, so I will roll 1d6.
And it's mostly half damage.
Okay, so an extra 3 for those that passed.
Yeah, just a couple extra.
And 5 for those that didn't. Let me put those on.
Okay.
Alright. Okay, and so basically you're dumping in another 22. Okay, first one going around in circle. Let's see here. Alright. And we'll make their saves for them. Alright, first one is going to fail. Second one. Nice. Fail. Third nice. One. Pass. Fourth one. Alright, so we got 3 fails. So he gets... What was the total you did there? Was 22.
22 right, this time.
Goes to that.
Not nearly as pretty as last time, but...
No, not quite.
And he failed, so... Alright, the last one here has been incinerated. He is deceased. You still have 3 vibrantly alive. Kyla.
I'm shooting.
I'm
gonna shoot the one over there.
Okay.
The other green one, because he's different.
Because he's green. Why not?
Yeah, he's different.
Green lives matter.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a hit for 7.
And then another attack. And I should be using Hordebreaker here now, I realize. I'll shoot the one next to him with the extra shot.
Alright, okay. And And you go ahead, shoot the one next to him, and that's a hit for an additional 8. Alright, okay, cool. Amelin.
Yo, firing twice at the one that Kyla is firing at.
Okay.
Basically making sure if I hit, they go down.
Yep, that's 2 hits, 21, sorry. Alright, so the one that Kyla was originally hitting, this one, yes, you've put this one down as well. Good job. Okay, so there's 2 left.
And one more round, or is it?
There is one more round. So I'm assuming Tolgar is still doing next little to nothing in this encounter. So Theo.
I'm just going to cast Firebolt at one of them still up.
Which one?
Does any of them look more damaged than the other?
As much of a muchness at this point.
All right, then I'm going to shoot it. This one right there.
Okay, alright. Alright, for 6.
Nice.
Okay, Kyla.
I'm gonna shoot the one that just got firebolted.
Okay.
Attack.
That does not hit.
Uh-oh.
Ricochets off the chitinous armor and bounces off the wall of force.
Try that again.
And you did try it
yes.
again, and you got the exact same result. So well done.
Yeah, so I don't get my other attack either. Oof.
Okay, Emlyn.
Fire, Eldritch Blasting, the one that Theo was trying to put down.
Hit twice. Okay. For another 16, and that one is now down.
Okay.
So I'm
Leaving
gonna, as that's
one
happening,
more.
as that's happening, I'm gonna say, Tolgar, get your axe ready. You might need to get in there.
Oh, yes.
Okay, that is the end of your wall of force. All right. Okay, immediately you see this one turn and begin to scuttle towards the water. You all have 1 round to act before it makes way into the liquid. Tolgar, from your tree position, what do you wish to do?
I can do it. I'm going to run with...
Are you up a
Reckless
tree or
attack?
are you at the base of the tree?
I was just sitting on it. Yeah, I was at the ground.
Okay, yep, no problem. So you can charge over to it?
Yeah, I'm going to do reckless attack on it.
Okay.
Get some advantage here. And swing at the tail as it's headed in.
That's a solid hit for a measly 7.
I'll get one more attack in. Normally.
Ooh! There you go. Look at that.
4.
Natural 20.
12, right?
It should be.
You have brutal critical.
And I also
I-
need to make sure
I only updated my raged one.
Yeah.
why is
Okay.
it I think it should be a D10 because your axe is only a D10, right?
Oh yeah, it's down a little bit
No.
Oh no!
because
not-
it got
Oh,
dented
sorry.
up.
Yeah.
It's okay. My armor also sucks.
Sorry, I only changed the damage dice, not the crit damage.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, Jane.
The crit was right, but you need to re-roll. So the crit damage rolled a D. So actually, that might be to your advantage. So roll
roll 2d10.
roll the D12 instead of the roll a D10 instead of the crit damage because that should have been. So you did 10 plus 5, so it's actually 1 point better, 15, and then re-roll that final D12 because that should also be a D10.
Here we go.
For 8. Okay, so you
That's
did
nice.
10 plus 5 is 15 plus 8. Okay. So 23 points of damage.
Nice.
And that is enough to end the last of these nasty little creatures.
Lobster boil time.
Office ball.
They're half cooked. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb down from the tree.
Okay. Yeah, they are all dispatched. Well done. Except for the one that slunk off with those goggles.
he's just gonna be somewhere with those. We're gonna encounter a Chul with like little goggles. He's gonna be.
Do they smell good? Cooked, essentially?
They don't. Well, I mean, It's definitely an interesting
That's
smell
curious.
you've discovered. It's up to you if you want to try to chow down on these weird
No.
things.
I'm just trying to add to my repertoire of prestidigitation smells. Is all. Just wanted to see if this would be a good one to add.
Just wanted to dip my finger in it. Is all. Yeah.
Because then I could do a lavender lobster mix, maybe. I don't know. I'm just trying to brainstorm some stuff here.
All right, yeah. So you've ended those. They're all deceased.
All right, getting out of the tree then.
Okay. Clambering down from your trees, you have a huge big pile of crispy, boiled, and burnt and singed crustaceans.
Yes, Terrence, you're coming with us. Minor detour.
I suppose I really don't have a choice, do I?
No, you do not.
Maybe it'd be better if we take the boat and pull it off into the woods a little bit, so it's not,
That might be a tall order. It's fairly big and heavy boat.
Yeah, but we also have a fairly big and heavy Tolga.
Yeah, but there are still limitations to Tolgar's ability.
Excuse me. Take it back.
Take what back?
Oh, let's
There
go.
are no limitations.
Yeah, but no one actually said that.
Oh, that was just
guy-
my head.
That was just
guy-
my
me.
self-confidence in my head.
Alright, okay, so Terrence begins to kind of like very, very dubiously follow you into the tree line.
Think of it this way, Terrence. You have a story to tell.
I'm more worried about the fact that somebody might make off with our boat. And then we'll be stranded. I mean, it's just sitting out there, moored up against the bank. Anybody or any strange creatures that still be lurking could claim it. Wouldn't it be much more sensible if I at least stayed with it to make sure it stays safe?
I
No.
don't think so.
Well, I'm not in much of a position to argue, am I?
Thelonious, are you coming down on that tree?
And I'm gonna turn over and look at Tolgar. Yes.
Oh. Right. Weak old man.
He needs help.
Walk over there and escort the fellow down.
Yeah. I'll go. Wee! And just jump on down.
Is that literally the noise
Right.
you make?
Yep. Yep. Wee! You know?
Can you be less of a man, Theo?
What do you mean?
I do not need to explain myself.
Was it all right? Onward.
We're gonna follow Kyla as she follows tracks.
Yep.
At 20 tracker.
Right. I just noticed some really stupid stuff here. Alrighty. And for those of you guys that hit the resubscribe button, etc., appreciate that. Thank you so much. They changed the dashboard on the announcement thing, so it didn't announce them for me to see them like it normally does. So,
Oh no.
Oh.
it's not a bad thing. It's just it just totally looks different. So instead of just glancing up and seeing them, I actually have to click on a whole bunch of stuff now.
No, not the clicks.
There we go. Okay, there we go. All right. And thanks for those people that have hit the follow button as well. Okie dokie. So you guys are all going to traipse off into the woods away from the river.
Looks like it.
All right.
Bye,
Okay.
boat.
So yeah, Kyla. So once you are inside the forest, I'm going to need you to give me another survival skill check.
Here's the end of the quest, guys. I want to use my inspiration.
All right.
Good.
Okay, so you definitely start to follow. You easily see the footprints as they were coming out of the woods, and are able to continue to follow them some considerable way into the trees. So it doesn't appear like this person's dwelling is particularly close after you've traveled at least a good 45 minutes, and the tracks are still leading, you know, coming towards the river, but from that direction. So do you wish to continue to head that way, or?
And it's kind of up to everybody here. He said he had quite a bit of stuff.
He could have been lying, but I mean,
What if he wasn't, though? What if he don't have a treasure trove?
no, I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, we should at least devote some time to this. I mean,
Can we just walk around and detect magic?
Well, it does have its limitations.
So carry on.
Yes, lead the way.
Right.
Alrighty. Okay. Let's see. Alright, so you travel for another full hour. Give me one more roll, Kyla.
Okay, I'm actually, with as much as we've invested, I'm going to go ahead and squander my inspiration on this one.
You are, okay.
Oh!
Alright.
Yeah!
Okay.
Then you will have advantage on this roll.
All right. Thank goodness I did.
Oh, God. Oh, that sucks.
So anyways, now is a good time for a break.
oh God, he's done.
Alright, yeah. Congratulations. The track has gone cold.
Jeez.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, you know the direction it was coming from still, but as you've wandered this far into the woods, it starts to become deeper and darker. The undergrowth is way more like overgrown, and it's become much harder to try to pick out the pathway. That's a really two terrible rolls.
What do I know, Kyla?
You're looking around. What's wrong?
It's just a little. Hold on.
I've never
can
lived
I?
outside before. Clearly, the tracks are going this way.
Okay, I'm gonna follow Tolgar.
He knows where he's going.
We're gonna just
So I'm
continue
thinking.
going-
Yeah, I'm thinking like, cause like it's been going in the same general direction, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just continue to carry on in that general direction and act like
I'm
I
sure it's-
didn't.
I mean,
Where-
am I allowed to look around?
You
Are
can
there-
look around,
like
but you
she's
don't have
similar?
tracking skill or anything, so unless there's anything obvious, which there clearly isn't, otherwise Kyla would have seen it.
So
Is there-
we can't use survival. Okay.
So it's just a bunch of
tracking
trees,
tracking
right?
is something unique.
Oh, it's a
specific
thing.
Yeah.
So it's just a bunch of trees, like no mounds or hills or
No,
caves.
it's just you're wandering through a very thick and dense forest, and have been now for almost 2 hours.
So the boat's gone and the track is closed.
Give it another half hour to an hour.
Can
What do you
I
think?
actually know? Are there any like little animals around?
Oh yeah, I mean there's rodents and things all over the place.
Since we're lost, I'm gonna say
Well,
there's something I could probably try. I haven't done it around you guys before because I haven't trusted you.
Rude.
It'll take me a little time, maybe 10 minutes, but I could ask something.
Ask. What do you mean? Ask something.
The creatures, I could see if they know where this guy walks around all the time.
You can communicate with animals.
My last name is Wolfspine.
That means nothing about communicating with animals.
It means a lot in my tribe. I'm from a line of Wolfspines. Beasts.
Like,
Tolgar.
I mean, I've seen how you treat your dead. Is it a literal line of spines of wolves?
Yes, I respect animals, and I definitely respect them when I kill them too.
Okay.
Yeah?
mean, are you going to communicate with them better than you would people? Because we know how that goes, Tolkar.
I'm great at talking to people. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have a degree in acts.
Okay, so you're basically going to do your speak with animal ritual, right? You sit down in 10 minutes and commune with nature.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Okay.
All
all right.
animals around me.
So basically, eventually, you manage to commune yourself with a squirrel.
The squirrel just runs up, talks, like lands on your shoulder, and starts chittering.
Got any nuts?
Squirrel, stop with the nuts. Come over here.
All right, so basically, yeah, a squirrel comes down out of the tree and comes running over as Tolgar sits there cross-legged and jumps into the circle between his legs, eyeing the nuts.
Oh my god!
I didn't. Oh, you don't have any nuts? Okay. Sorry.
Squirrel. Have you seen a man with horns running around here often?
I've seen a two legs with horns.
Yes. Where does he stay?
He has a dwelling, like a hole that he hides in, but it's not in a tree like it should be. It's on the ground.
What an idiot! Where?
All right. It says it's that way through the trees, and it kind of just like a point, like nudges in the same direction that you've been traveling.
Take me there. I'll give you lobster.
Well, what I wouldn't give for some lobster, says the squirrel. Haven't had lobster for an awfully long time. Oh, yes, I was just a wee little squirrel the last time I got lobster. Lobster. Okay. All right. Well, it drops down and says, "This way, this way," and starts to go at a squirrel's pace through the trees on the ground.
Slow down there. I'm gonna stand up. Come on.
Well, it's not particularly quick. It's like running along a few feet and then it stops and then runs a few more feet. And... Okay.
All right. Come on, party.
I'm just walking like this, literally, with like in a perpetual shrug. Like, what is going on?
Okay. Well, after about another 15 or so minutes, you enter a small clearing. In the clearing, you can see what looks like a wattle and daub hut with kind of rudimentary branches and leaves made on the top of it for for its roofing. It's just a simple open archway that leads in with a whole bunch of large cut branches that have been woven into some kind of rudimentary door that are sitting in the entranceway of it.
I believe she's done it.
I'm a man.
I believe he's done it. Sorry, every time. No, talking about the squirrel.
Hey, Thelonious.
Yes.
This is going to be your favorite part.
Why? You're going to make me do something, aren't you?
Yes.
What do you want? Am I just a Swiss Army knife to you, essentially?
Actually, yes.
You're a utility mage.
Honesty.
I'll take it, actually. What do you want me to do? I'm at your beck and call, Emlyn.
If he's hoarding magical items, he could possibly want to protect it.
Of course I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Well, I said it first, so...
You think I'm some sort of old fool? Don't answer that question, actually, please. Refrain. Do not. Don't say it, or else I will not cast.
Oh, you're not an old fool. You're a young fool.
He's a very old fool.
All right, and I will whip up Detect Magic.
All right.
Whip up.
Okay, so you're going to approach the hut and...
Yep.
It does indeed radiate some forms of magic from inside the establishment.
After I cast on with it, Kyla, perhaps you could check the outside for physical booby traps.
Why not ask the squirrel? I'm gonna go ahead and take a look.
The squirrel does not weigh enough to set off a human trap.
Comforting. I'm gonna, I guess, take a look around and see if I can find anything.
All right. So you're going to kind of do a skirt around it.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check.
And I would have let everyone know that there are things inside.
Well, that was very honest of you.
Yeah, I would have.
Seems to be fine. You find no obvious booby traps or traps or any nature, in fact.
So, Togar, want to open the door?
Sure. Thank you, squirrel. And then I want to say to him, I respect you, but I also would like to eat you, and I will kill it and save it for later.
So you want to kill the squirrel? Give me an attack roll, because the squirrel will try to flee.
Oh, I don't want to do this, but
it makes sense.
Do it.
Because you're a horrible, vile, vicious creature that eats rodents.
It's a weird relationship.
The squirrel has no chance as you embed your axe and cleft the squirrel in twain.
I stuff it in my bag and I go to the front.
Its last thought, it goes, "Fuck you!" Okay, so you murdered the poor squirrel. Oh, you horrible, horrible man.
I know.
Okay.
But I respect each kill, alright? I respect it. Alright, I'm gonna go up to the entrance.
I'm not convinced that this respecting the kill thing. I'm just gonna be honest. Okay.
I'll explain it in more detail later. Alright.
I don't question your motives. I just question the sincerity of those motives.
Each kill adds to the spirits you collect. Alright? Alright, anyway. I'm gonna go to the entrance and walk in, I guess.
Okay, so you grab hold of the rudimentary door and just easily pull it aside. Yeah. Alright, inside, basically the ground has been cleared. You can see 2 or 3 animal pelts laid down as some sort of rudimentary rug. There are animal bones, animal furs, and trinkets of a natural form all hanging from the ceiling on pieces of twine. And in the far corner you can see what appears to be an area where a small campfire has been kept around a small pile of stones. Over to the right-hand side, there are rows and rows and rows of cut wooden sticks, which is probably where he sleeps. And hanging from what looks like on one of the Watland Orb, on part of the Watland Orb walls, where he's like obviously embedded a stick as some kind of hook, there is a large sack hanging from it. The sack is bulgy and clearly full of strange items. It's a very large Hessian sack, about the size that, like a potato sack or a grain sack. And as I said, it's clearly full of various different knobbly and bumpy items.
Alright, I'm just gonna take the sack like that and then like stomp out.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright, so you emerge carrying a large Hessian sack.
Was that the only place that was radiating magic?
Basically, yeah, it was coming from inside in the center, and this would have been because it does a cone. So
right,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna hand it to Emlyn.
Of course you are.
I'm going to open the sack and gesture for Thelonious and Kyla to come around. I'm not going to be like, and run away.
So you're just going to like open the top and peer in?
I'm actually going to just empty it on like a clearing of the ground.
Okay, so you just like, shh. Yeah. All right, well, what falls out of it, basically falling out of it is a long sword, another small sack in a sack, who knew? 2 vials or bottles dropped to the ground. And what's the last one here?
2 bottles.
Oh.
Get my napkins for notes.
Yeah.
There it is. Alright, and what appears to be a padlock.
Ooh.
All of those things just clutter down to the ground. Your detect magic is still in function unless you cancelled it. So all 4 of them do radiate magic.
Seems we found our magical stash, boys and girls. So mission accomplished. Well done, everyone. Well done.
Yes. Who could use a longsword?
I can't imagine anyone here who could use a longsword.
Well, he used an axe. Are you talking of yourself? Because I imagine you can.
I mean, I could. I very much prefer to not be close. And Terrence, you stay out of this. Yeah, he does use an axe, but might be worth a try.
And that one was radiating magic, yeah?
They all were, yeah.
Okay. Well, it might be more than just your typical longsword. Could be some sort of magical properties to it. Maybe it turns into a great axe. I don't know. It could.
I might need it.
That'd be 2 Swiss Army knives.
Well, he did lose his goggles, so it would make sense that he.
Be 5
Togar's.
horses each.
Often.
Well,
yeah,
whose fault is that?
certainly not mine. Kyla stole it straight off my head.
To
Head.
save everyone, I thought. And then I killed someone.
Togar, pick up the longsword. see how it feels in your hand.
Okay, is it
Watch it be
two-handed?
cursed.
No, it's
It's a
a one-handed longsword.
One-handed. One-handed longsword. All right, I'm gonna pick it up.
I mean,
Wave it
technically, you
around a
can
little
you can wield a longsword in 2 hands.
I mean, I guess it's fine. It's just a little light, but it would help when attacking things that don't take non-magical damage.
Well, when we get somewhere safe, I could maybe see the special properties that this sword may have been imbued with.
Could you transfer it to my axe?
Maybe, sure, yes. I could take a look.
Oh, okay.
Yes, but you need to
We're in business.
you need to be nice, or else I won't do it.
All right, I promise.
So I'm just going to take the other items, put it back in the sack, throw it over my shoulder, and be like, "Well, let's head back, I guess."
Oh, and Terrence, you can have the hut.
I really don't have much use for a hut, but I
it's a
certainly would
silent
like to
getaway.
get back to my boat.
Vacation home.
Get away from the wife, you know, it's...
Yes.
This strange, ominous, and dark woods is not my idea of
No,
a
it's a clearing. It's a clearing.
comfortable retreat. I doubt I'd find my way back to the boat, even if I wanted to, without your help.
Just look for the singe marks in the ground and head northeast.
Or you could ask a squirrel again.
I don't have the skills to speak to such creatures. But honestly, I think he was making it up as he went along. I thought the whole thing was just a ruse. Just a trick, you know, to try to make us think he was doing something.
I don't lie.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, you can speak to squirrels, honestly.
I can. Are you calling me a liar?
Oh,
No,
that's
not at all,
Let my
not at all.
longsword-
I'm just merely
Alright.
saying I've never seen the lights, and I just assumed it was some kind of performance.
Let's head back to you.
Can we just please get back to the vessel and maybe either go back to Harrington-on-the-Mere or make haste down to Mindenbrook? I'm really not particularly comfortable with this entire thing, and I'm suddenly starting to feel that the price that I acquired might actually not be exactly unreasonable.
I'm just gonna go ahead and give him 5 gold and just be like, hush it. Let's go.
Well, I mean, that helps, of course, but we need to get away from here. This is not something that a simple fisherman like myself is capable of handling.
Let's have more gold. Hush money. Okay.
All right, so you guys just going to try to retrace your steps back to the boat?
Probably a little easier than...
Okay. Well, yeah, by, a couple of hours of trekking back through the woods, you find the clearing by the riverside. Yes, there's still a huge, big cluster of dead crustaceans, and the boat is still there. Nobody has come across and acquired it.
Okay, great. We'll get on in that thing.
You were muted, Shaggot, if you said something.
I said, let's go, guys.
Yeah, let's go.
Could somebody perhaps pull it to this side so we can reach it? I don't
will.
much fancy getting in the water, not with them things lying around.
The
I will.
water's regular, right? Okay.
I'm trying to be nice, so I'm gonna help.
Squirrel killer. Okay.
But you have to be nice.
I have to.
Alright, so how are you going to get the boat across? What's your game plan, Tolgar?
I'm gonna jump in and start. I'm gonna try to find the rope.
Oh, so you're just going to swim over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not a problem. Alright, okay, so you swim over, pull up the rope, and you can easily send the boat to the opposite side of the river. Oh, look, you fell in. Okay.
Yay.
Okay, the fisherman eagerly clambers back into his boat, breathing a sigh of relief, almost like it's a form of comfort for him. Back on familiar ground, as you see him pat the side of his boat like, oh, much safer. Right, let's go, Dordle. Let's get it onto the water. Come along, push it off.
Where's Thelonious?
Oh, you left him behind.
He's still in the fucking tree.
No, I'm in there.
There,
I think
Theo.
we'll just go.
Theo! Okay, alright.
That's my spot.
Off we go.
There you are, just fell in.
And down we go.
Alright, let me put you all back in the vessel. Alright, and you leave this unpleasant little situation behind you. Alright, we're going to take a short break there. That fits, really. You travel the rest of the afternoon into the evening. And as you continue down the water, it's getting pretty dark at this point, of course, because it is now the time of night. And you can see, as you have now cleared the majority of the trees, the riverbank has started to kind of rise up on the left-hand side of you. So, like, the ground is getting higher and higher and higher, and now you're actually sailing down along almost like a small but shallow cliff face.
Is this normal, Terrence? The boat's this thing.
It's just part of the lay of the land.
Oh, everyone hold on to your stuff.
Thought you were gonna say skirts.
All right. As you continue to travel down the river, to the left of you, you notice a huge, big iron grate, like a massive gate. That beyond the gate, it opens up into what appears to be kind of like a small watery inlet. As you're level with it, you notice that past the watery inlet is a huge, big mansion. It is sitting off of the water.
Wait, really? Okay, I'm excited.
And of course, as you kind of glance at it, you can see flickering lights kind of in some of the windows. The establishment itself is incredibly large, multi-storied, old and grand, and clearly something of a historical nature. It's obviously been built a long, long time ago. As I said, there's a grate that blocks off the inlet. There is a large, kind of a huge, big hanging iron bell with a rope attached to it that you could like grab and pull to gain the attention of somebody or whoever lives inside this kind of sheltered inlet and the manor that you see ahead of you.
That piece of garbage.
I don't like the look of that. We should stay clear, says the fisherman.
Wait. You've done this journey many times before, right, Terrence?
I have.
Has this ever been...
Not many times, a couple of times.
And you know what this is, right?
Not as such, no. I've passed it before. Quite honestly, I've always believed that if you don't know what something is, you should stay well clear of it for your own safety.
Sure, yes. Guys, we don't want to stay here, right?
Is it Mindenbrook?
Nope, not yet.
Could our guy be in there?
I don't know. whoever you're looking for, I mean, no idea. I've heard that it's probably empty and abandoned.
There's lights flickering
Well,
in the windows. See?
then perhaps somebody is in there. I don't know. I really think we should just move on. There's no reason to go interfering. You said you wanted me to travel you to Minderbrook. Yeah, let's go to Minderbrook.
Well, wait a second. If it's supposed to be abandoned, we are looking for someone. Emlyn, speak to me.
I would agree with Terrence. I mean, although you're right about DeWint. Thelonious, Kyla, thoughts?
Well, I don't think if we do decide to explore, I don't believe a naval approach would be in our best interest, as we are not very familiar with this type of thing. Maybe scope the place out first before just sailing on in.
Just sail on in.
No, don't.
No.
Oh, don't!
sail
Oh,
on
just don't just sail on it.
No.
Let's go to Mindenbrook.
Yes. Let us get our wits back about us, get our bearings, so to speak, and maybe come back and explore. Someone mark it on. Do we have a celestial map or something of the area, perhaps?
I have a map. I'm gonna take out my piece of paper, but it's not mapped with this stuff because I've never been here.
Right. Okay, so as you're having this discussion, everybody... I'm assuming most people are kind of ominously like eyeing this place to the grate.
Yeah.
If you're not, don't worry about it. But if you are, give me a perception check.
Ooh.
No!
Natural 20!
Wait, why didn't you just...
No, because I didn't want another one.
Congratulations. You
Snugs wanted to
yeah.
finish the campaign with only one natural 20,
Wow.
and he's failed. He's
I guess
failed
I'm
in his
too
mission.
good at this game.
I see.
Alright, okay, so Thelonious and Kyla, you notice from inside one of the flickering windows what appears to be a flash of strange blue light. Something that kind of clearly didn't seem to be particularly natural, and probably of an arcane nature.
Thelonious, what do you make of that?
Let me check. Do I know anything about a blue flash that would be an arcane?
I mean, it
spell,
could
or...
not specifically. I mean, there could be numerous spells that would leave behind like a flash of blue light.
But I can at least ascertain it's probably a magical.
It's a fair assumption, yes.
Okay. Yes, I believe something is going on in there. The arcane arts. I don't know what it could be an array of things really, but it's definitely unoccupied. That is for sure.
So it's unoccupied but magical.
Well, it might be occupied. I'm saying it's not unoccupied. Therefore, it is occupied.
Ah, got it.
The double negative. I know it
Tricky.
flips people up. It's very tricky. Yes, but it does look like there is something afoot going on inside that place.
Something afoot.
Yes.
I have a feeling we're coming back here anyway. But I also have a feeling I don't want to do this right now.
Well, we could just stay the course. We don't have to go in there now.
It's yeah.
I mean, yeah. Let's do what Terrence said and get out of here.
What's the plan here? Because my tribe is out there dying without me because they're a bunch of weaklings.
Well, take it easy, Tolga.
Clearly, Portha DeWint isn't here.
Are you positive? Because I could see very well And I could not ascertain it with both and to wind.
I am at least 20% sure.
That's not a good percentage, Tolga.
I'm not so good with the numbers.
No, you're not. Okay.
Well, let's.
I mean, let's not worry about whether your friend might or might not have decided to take up refuge in this nicely fortified manor. Let's just travel on. Let's just get you to Mindenbrook so I can
Listening to the weakling coward? Really, guys?
The sensible one? Nothing wrong with that.
Be nice, Tolgar.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
Tolga, be nice.
Okay, at the very least, we can go to Mindenbrook and see if it was at least visited by our friend. Because if not, then we know where he stopped and has been apparently experimenting or doing stuff.
Setting up new pyrotechnics for his crazy laser light show escape room.
Ooh!
I mean, we are down and injured to some degree, right?
I'm fine.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my thought.
And you're...
Check for a cold trail. If there is a cold trail, we know where it might be. We have reason to suspect. And if it's not, then we have reason to completely ignore this altogether.
Yes, I agree.
I'll be nice.
Let's do what Terrence suggested.
Quickly.
Alright, so you're going to just sail on past and head down river some more?
Yes.
Alright, well, after about an hour or so, Terrence, feeling a little bit more relaxed, says, right, it's about that time, if one of you wouldn't mind, taking the, rudder for a while. Let me get a few hours, shall I? Oh, well, it's been a very long day.
Yeah, I will do that. I'll. It's getting dark, right? So I can see.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna man the rudder.
Okay. Alrighty. And you continue to travel southwards down.
So are the rest of us getting rest then? Is that what's happening?
In theory.
Okay, before I did that rest then, I do want to cast Identify on those magical items.
Okay.
And I have
right.
the spell slots for it.
Alright, well, what do you want to identify first?
Because Tolgar was so nice, I do want to identify the sword first.
Okay, well, the sword is a magically imbued longsword. Basically, it's a +2 longsword, +2 to hit, +2 damage.
Nice, okay.
Nice.
Alright.
What were the other... did you ever say what the other items
So
were?
two bottles.
Two vials. Yeah, two vials, and... So I'll do the 2 vials next.
Alright, let me pull that up real
Curious about
quick.
padlock. Padlock gets me excited. That's an
Yeah,
interesting.
the padlock. He just magically locks something.
Yeah, that's all it does. It's just a lock. Uses a key. Alright, okay. Alright, you have... So, one of them is an oil of sharpness.
Ooh.
Basically, it's like a gelatinous oil that sparkles with teeny tiny silver shards. If you coat a slashing or piercing weapon, or up to 5 pieces of slashing or piercing ammunition, basically it takes 1 minute to apply it, but for 1 hour the coated item is magical and effectively becomes a +3 to hit and damage item. But only for that 1 hour.
Okay.
Alright.
Padlock. Padlock.
The second, you want the second,
Yeah, second vial.
Patience,
Alrighty.
Satch.
Okay, I want it to be like.
Okay,
a
it
padlock
is
of
a
blasphemy.
potion of heroism. For 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for 1 hour. For the same duration, you are under the effects of a bless spell. It's a blue, bubbly potion.
Sweet.
Alright.
Padlock.
And I'm gonna throw the padlock into the river.
Okay.
Because you just don't want to know, right?
I don't care. It's a lock. What do I care?
Okay.
I'll do
What's in
that.
the bag?
I'll do the padlock.
Alrighty. Okay. Okay, so the lock itself, so when you look at it, it's clearly made of mithril and iron. And it has 2 tiny emeralds near the top, positioned almost like they're eyes. So basically, when you lock this lock upon something, whatever you attach it to and lock it, basically the item becomes invisible the entire time the lock is attached to it.
Cool.
So if you attached it to a door, the door would appear invisible. If you attached it to a chest, the chest would be invisible.
I'm assuming it comes with a key.
It does come with a key, yes.
Odd question. If you use it as a clasp on your cloak...
Does the actual lock become invisible too, or does
yes,
it, like,
the lock
float
becomes
there?
invisible too.
What if
It
you
has
like,
to.
do it in your earring? In your
You would
gauge?
probably... It's too thick and heavy to really be applied to an ear. I mean, it's a big iron lock.
Oh, wow.
Because I stole a fancy cloak.
An invisibility
And
cloak.
lastly, the sack in the sack.
Yep. That is a bag of holding.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What's it holding?
Yeah,
Pretty much. An
holding?
awful lot of stuff that you put in it.
No, but is it holding anything that he put in to hold, or is it?
You want to stick your hand in there and see?
Or tip it over?
Best flower moment.
See how many mimics he put in the bag?
No.
Well, they'd all be dead mimics, but... Dead mimics are,
Dump
you
it.
know...
Dump it.
They
I'll-
realized because of an identification spell, so that's about the reason.
Right, yeah.
it's really up to Thelonious because he's the only one awake, really.
But
Well, he's
if
the
what?
one doing it, yeah. The bag of holding. Do you want to check what's inside, or?
Oh, yes, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm. Yeah,
Yes.
we want to see what's inside.
Yeah, there's nothing in there.
Aw,
But it
I
can
think-
hold up to 500 pounds or 64 cubic feet. The bag weighs 15 pounds regardless of what's inside it. So it's a very heavy bag.
Okay.
Neato. And you can lock it shut with a padlock.
I make
make
it
it invisible.
disappear.
It's very heavy and invisible.
Yeah, the padlock is like a big iron kind of... The sort of big iron lock that you'd put on a huge door or a heavy chest.
Dude, an invisible sap. You'd get it surprise action every time.
Club someone with it.
So I'm going to give the longsword, which I already did, to Tolgar.
Okay.
The bag of holding to Thelonious.
Okay.
The oil of sharpness to Kyla.
Okay.
And the potion of heroism to Tolgar again.
Okay. What about the lock?
Whoever wants it can take it. I don't want it.
Kyla wants the
Okay,
lock.
Kyla will take it.
Alright.
And if you have one more spell slot, there's the wooden staff that he held. We didn't
Oh, yeah.
ever establish
that-
if that was.
Yeah, you did not check that.
Can I use identify at a higher level or no?
I think
Let me
can
see.
you sacrifice like a higher level spell slot to...
Yeah, how does that work?
If you want to identify it, you can, because it isn't magical. And I'm not going to waste your time or energy trying to fight over it. It's just a stick.
It's okay.
Yeah, I got a stick.
All
It
right.
becomes magical when he shellacks it, but that's it.
Right. Okay. We should do anything else? I mean, so basically, Thelonious and Emlyn, you guys would know, you cannot be attuned to more than 3 magical items at a time, right? So, a total of 3 items. If you try to attune a 4th item, basically you would have to, like, unattune yourself to an item before you could do that.
Okay.
So just as soon as you guys are starting to actually acquire multiple magical items now, you just need to recall
Yeah.
that. Remember that.
I mean, the vials, the oil of sharpness.
They
and the
do
potion
not
of
need to
repair
be
was-
attuned to, no.
And the padlock either, I imagine,
Nope.
right? Or do they?
The padlock does not.
So the bag of holding and the long
The bag of holding you would have to attune to, and the longsword you would have to attune to, yes.
Okay.
As you would, obviously, Kyla already has with the ring, as you already have with the staff, as Salonius already has with the necklace.
Cool.
Yep.
Done.
All right. So I will steer the boat while everyone gets some sleep.
Alrighty, okay. And you continue to travel down river. Okay, bright and early the following morning, down the river, ahead of you to the left, you can see a small building with a large mill wheel attached to it. The mill wheel is slowly turning in the water. Beyond that, to the left, there is a large clearing. There's also a bridge directly in the path of the boat that crosses the river. And as it opens up to the left, your fisherman's friend looks out and says, "Well, that's Mindenbrook. That's where you want it to be brought to. So I'll just pull over to the side and let you all off then."
Yes. Safe travels back home to your wife.
Absolutely. I'll be making my way back there immediately. I was initially thinking that I would loiter here in Mindenbrook for a few days, but suddenly I have a hankering for home.
Don't care, but good enough. Yeah.
Right, well, I appreciate it. Alright, so he pulls up, kind of goes past the mill wheel, and pulls up kind of, there's a small dock there, and he pulls up to that dock, and eagerly awaits you all to depart.
We do.
Alright.
Yep.
Climbing out of the boat and onto the wooden dock of the town of Mindenbrook. No sooner as the last foot steps off of his boat,
Mine.
he pushes it away onto the river and slowly begins to turn the vessel around in order to start to go in the opposite direction away from where you are.
Farewell, coward.
We did save your life, so you're still welcome.
You also put me in harm's way, so appreciate that too, you bastards!
We gave you golden horses.
3 horses.
Each. Okay. And he continues to push off and head in that direction. Okay. I'm actually going to stop it there for this evening. Because I don't want to get into Mindenbrook with only a few minutes left of the
I'm
stream.
so excited, though.
So,
I wanna see what's
that's
changed.
why we're not here Thursday. We're not here on Thursday because of TwitchCon. So I don't want to kind of start shit for you all to forget. So this is a nice, neat,
thank you.
even place to finish it off tonight, right? Hi there, I'm Gorbad. Welcome to the Orc's Nest. I'm the Dungeon Master here on How We Roll, and if you'd like to follow me personally, you can do so on Twitter @Gorbad. Check out thedmblog.com for all things Dungeon Master and Dungeons & Dragons related. And of course, you can follow me on twitch.tv/Gorbad. Also, guys, don't forget to keep up with all things How We Roll. Follow us on Twitter @HowWeRoll. Check out the website www.howweroll.com, and make sure you follow us on YouTube as well. Cheers, guys.
Hi, I'm the Satchmo. I speak for the trees. Thank you for watching How We Roll. If you want to see some more of me, you can follow me on Twitch and Twitter @Satchmo. If not, I guess I'll just see you next episode. I love you. Take care.
What's up, you guys? It's the Snuggler here, and I am back for my second How We Roll campaign. I've been given some guidelines. One is to not name the character that I'm playing. Of course, probably going to kill my character at some point. And 2 is to keep this as short as possible. Jane is just so lazy. So with that being said, so happy to be on my second campaign for How We Roll. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do so @MattySweetTweet. That's pretty much all I use. So check you there. If not, I'm always here playing for you guys.
Shagget here. I play a character on How We Roll. I'm not going to tell you who I play because if they die, I'm going to have to redo it. I've already done it once, never again. Follow me on Twitter @Aneb_Convos. and I'll see you guys on How Reroll.
Hi, Jane here. You may have seen me in such films as Rise of the Fallen or Lyra vs. Legend. Thanks for watching! You can follow me on Twitter at Jane on Twitch. That's with a 0, not no. Anyway, I gotta go. The cats. Peace, suckers!